on, let's go, boy!
What is going on, folks? This is 3BG at the movies, and it's all three of us this time around. It's been a while.
Thou art happy.
It's been a minute because the last movie we saw was quite disappointing.
Well, I mean, what's old is new. This is be like the second movie that's like a 20-year-old sequel because it was like Top Gun Maverick, and then boom, this, and it's like, all right.
Well, I think a lot of people did say, "Do we really need one?" And yeah,
it's like 300. It's like 300. It's like the sequel to 300, where you're like, was this necessary?
If you waited,
sequel 300 was quite unnecessary.
It was a mid movie. I didn't hate it, but it was like, why do you exist?
I said it was quite unnecessary. But speaking,
I say quite forgettable personally, but
yes,
it's very forgettable. But anyways, that aside, no, we're not.
We got a very unforgettable movie.
Like, we're not here to talk about this side of Europa, Asia, and parts of Africa. We are here to talk about Gladiator 2.
We have Rome, wherein Denzel takes over and commands presence over everybody, including Pedro Pascal, who is like the number 2 guy in this movie.
Yes.
Without
spoiling anything, I would definitely say that Denzel 100% stole this movie. He had no business stealing the movie, but hey, it's Denzel. He does whatever he wants when he wants.
Pretty sure Ridley Scott said, "Go for it, Denzel. Don't care."
I'm pretty sure he did.
The one weird thing I say that I actually don't follow up from it is the whole thing about Denzel kissing somebody, and Denzel was like, "They think about me kissing that dude." See, and Ridley Scott was like, "Motherfucker, that never happened." And now I'm like,
"No, Denzel didn't complain. No, he didn't complain about it. Somebody started some stupid rumor saying that scene was like cut out of the movie,
and he literally just said it's literally a peck on the cheek."
And
yes,
no,
just. Oh, you said kiss? Was it peck on the mouth?
He said at the film festival. He said it's a bunch ado about nothing. I kissed his hand, peck on the cheek, and I killed him. He said that's it.
Motherfuckers act like it was. You know what it is? It reminds me of how everybody like made a big deal at the thing of Rise of Skywalker with the 2 women kissing. Like, oh my god, like there was some sort of like big moment. I'm like.
No, that was just CJ, that was just a box being ticked. But anyway, Gladiator 2.
There was plenty of box ticked in this movie too.
That was a lot of D being eyed, if you ask me.
First
eyed, whatever.
No.
Well, they're illiterate, so that crap.
I like how you said it. Well, they're illiterate, D. Well, you're cool, D. They're stupid. What do you want from them?
No, I like the one of the things about this movie that I enjoyed was one that like you can just sit back and just enjoy it. Being the history buff that he is, it's like, all right, see, that happened. Yeah, this is the fall of like Rome right here. This is the movie that starts, and I was like, that tracks. Because that's the undertones of this movie is about the state of Rome.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and everybody was talking about
it was a whole lot of we like being alive. We like being alive.
I'm gonna tell you this. Can I tell you one thing about the history of Rome? They got me.
What?
There wasn't no goddamn sharks in that motherfucker.
Where did the sharks come from?
Hold on. The monkeys too. Oh,
the I Am Legend monkeys.
Yes. The island history buffs are going bull to the shit. Ridley, what is this, Ridley?
They get shot with opium to go crazy, apparently. And
Yo, I didn't know that it went from
the monkeys got the super serum. They got the super soldier serum, son.
It was a God of War stage out of nowhere for this shit. Ripping out the, you know what I mean?
Well, more like the newest stage in Tekken 8.
All I'm saying is, you know, who knew monkey tastes so good?
I know.
I'm just saying, like that's but no, the whole basis of it is the little boy from the first movie grows up, he gets sent off and he has a wife and no kid. And basically it's was it what's his face's kid essentially. Maximus's his kid, and in the whole movie,
Russell Crowe, Russell Crotius,
and the whole movie. If there's one thing I can probably nitpick is that they dragged that whole reveal of him being Maximus' son for too long, because you can already tell from like as soon as he hits the city, it's like something's off, and yeah, that him trying to, I guess, reclaim his identity and all that stuff. Meanwhile, Denzel is being Char and his Alonzo from fucking Training Day as one.
And that's what but here's the thing
that was the bit, Chris. That was what made it so good. This man said, I think one weekend upon reading the script, he said, hey Ridley, I've been watching this thing called Mobile Suit Gundam, and there's a character named Char, like Char Onsnoble, and I want to work a little bit of that with my character Alonzo from Training Day, and just work with me on this. Let's see what happens. Just watch me on camera, right? Just watch me. He had way too much fun with this.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't drop his accent, number one, which we are like, yes. Do we have to do that shit? We have to be in a movie where it's like, oh, we gotta talk with a British accent, like, no, we don't have to do that shit no more. Man.
Just act. That's all you gotta do.
Get up there, be all the way Brooklyn. So you want me to keep my accent? You're like, yes, nigga, don't change that. Oh, but Denzel did in the movie. Denzel was the most entertaining thing in this movie, besides the action itself. And the action in this movie was pretty.
It matched up to the first movie.
Pretty good.
Action was great. Only I would say minor nitpick in my opinion was
CGI.
And for some people, major. For some people, major. Let's just be real.
Like for me, it's minor, but it's a comedic nitpick. Like, I laugh at it when I see it, because it's like I don't get mad when I see bad CGI in a movie that's good. Like. And let me make sure I'm saying this correctly, because while I hated the visual effects in Quantumania, seeing the blood effects in Gladiator 2, I laughed. I had to lean over to to these two gentlemen here and say, guys, that beheading scene, I'm giving that a CGI out of 5.
Because there is practical ways to do it.
I believe the hair is blood-tastic.
It's like the
It's like he already knew what I meant by that. He already knew what he meant.
It's the goofiest of like blood effects and stuff, because it's like, what money were you saving without doing practical on that?
Not like that.
There were ways to
make it like that. That's not even how blood works.
My biggest problem, I was telling this to Eris, like, look, the thing that was really keeping me from really liking the action, to be honest with you, was, if we're making a rated R movie that's called Gladiator, I need buckets of blood.
Yeah.
This was really tame with the blood. And even with the CGI blood that was helping you, it wasn't enough blood.
It felt like you had to linger on it.
Biggest pet peeves, my biggest peeves with this movie, bro.
You think they went for a hard PG-13 with this movie?
Probably, because there's a couple of
they wanted to.
Because there's a couple of moments where it's like somebody gets their hand cut off, and you think it's going to be like pools of blood, and it's like a quick it's like they cautered it after he cut the hand off, and I'm like, so there's no blood gushing out, just clean cut, and that's it.
That's what I'm talking about. That, come on. And I get there's this weird thing in Hollywood, especially in the last 10 years, where it's like these movies are relatively bloodless. Like, what happened?
This way, when a Marvel movie has more blood, when a Marvel movie has more blood than you, that says a lot. Because I've seen Captain America.
That does tell you something.
Captain America Winter Soldier has some moments where Nick Fury bleeding out and shit, getting shot, and it's like really.
I don't get it. There's some movies that are supposed to have these, supposed to be really bloody and doesn't deliver on it. And that's what really kind of got me with this movie. Also, no. See, okay, here's a weird thing. I say no to this, but you remember the scene where they had the boats inside the Coliseum?
Yeah.
Okay, so D looked it up. Apparently, no with a but is the actual answer to that. It's like, no, that didn't happen, but they did have it so they could have a moat inside, and they actually had like a little weird thing where they were swimming in it or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
Where
like
you could fill it up with water.
Like your average gymnasium when they open up the basketball court and there's a pool underneath it.
I mean, because
and then they freeze it up so that be for the hockey team. It's like that.
Yeah,
but that's like definition.
It's sort of like that.
But that's definition of what this movie is, though. It's basically what can we do in the action to ramp it up way more than the first. It's like it's trying to top the first movie, but it's like, guys, you're doing way more.
And that's
than
the
you
problem.
Need to.
And that's the problem. They did it with the animals.
It could be because of the twin princes that wanted to, because they're Gen Zers a little bit, And
shut up, Chris.
Just saying.
Shut up. Shut up. That's a good
who knows?
No.
Yeah, dude. No. That's why I'm not saying nothing.
No. The thing to get me is this. They did it with the animals, though, Chris. Because number one, the main don't fuck with baboons. No, we're gonna say no to that shit. Okay, we're gonna say IR baboons, the IR baboons. We're gonna say no to them, right? We're also going to say no to the fucking shark. Okay, we're done with the shark. Okay, the shark crap. No. In fact, this is actually taking points off the movie for D. It is actually making me sad. I will also take it off for that damn rhino for one good.
Why? That rhino was
no kill nobody. He didn't tramp.
Well, no,
he doesn't need to trample anybody.
Well,
first of all, when he went full gore, and I said, guys, that was Rhino from ECW. ECW. I was waiting for that Rhino to full gore somebody. And when it happened, I was like, gore.
What did you do to my connection?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Anyways, but like the Rhino stuff was fun. But like I said, it just felt like all the action got amplified way more instead of just keeping it to just the hand-to-hand stuff. Like, granted, yes, this first movie had like the tigers surrounding them when they were fighting, right? But like past that, you didn't really need to have to like up the ante on it. Just keep it the same. We want to see people fighting with swords and all that stuff, But like I said again, the Gen Z or princes out here, picking up battles and stuff. So it is what it is.
It was wild. I mean, the movie itself, I thought was really, I thought it was cool. Like with the music, I loved all the callbacks to the first movie. They even took the time to, put in a special filter to give that color. Like, I guess, sorry, it was like a special color filter of the first movie just for him to shoot new footage. For a flash.
Because it's like juxtaposition, because it's like you're filling in the gaps because Paul Cast was it? Wow, I mess up his name. Paul Mescal. He's playing, Aerialist, and just seeing them like not necessarily to your point, like they keeping the grain of the first film, but they cast that young actor now because the old actor from the first movie, he's like grown adult now.
Here's the funny part. I got a little bit of season 1 Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta, like vibes when you flashback. Homeboy's a blonde, blonde, blue eyes. But then
we didn't know.
We see him when you see him as an adult, I'm like, yo, who's the brunette? I'm like, who's the blonde kid?
So and that's the thing. So it's like you have to kind of
like Maximus.
Yeah,
he didn't look nothing like his dad. That's just me. Whatever.
But past that, like Denzel,
that's just me. He didn't look nothing like his dad.
Denzel's
I let it go.
But what I love about Denzel's macroness is that he is a former slave that gained power. And on the front end, you're thinking that, okay, maybe I'm rooting for him, much like the guy that owned Maximus in the first movie kind of thing, right? He's just, chill dude in Rome or whatever. But seeing him also want to make a play for the throne was actually fun to watch. Like, it ain't really a spoiler, or anything, but
I would say it didn't take much for him to move 3 chess pieces to get on that fast track, though. That was a little bit too quick to the top, if you ask me.
It's very convenient.
That was very convenient. It just
circumstantial,
felt
very shonen.
You know what I mean? Thank you, very shonen, very shonen. And that that was the one thing. You know what? Again, there are some things about this movie when I look back on it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the plot is very much based on convenience more than anything.
But here's the thing, and it's I like it because it's easier to digest, though.
Yeah,
I will say that this movie is not too heavy. You know what I mean? It's not too heavy with a lot of the stuff they're trying to do, man. And man, but
it's a good time.
But yeah, man. Denzel's whole little move to the top and all the rest of that was just calculating and very Char-like. And very Char-like because I like how
I command power.
I mean, Eris lean to me. Second me and Eris are our favorite Roman archetype. Say if you want to take the Roman throne. The second we saw him, Eris was like, and the plan is afoot.
It was the moment for me. It was
weird. Eris is like this. Who the fuck is Garma? Who the fuck is Garma? That's all Eris is like.
Hey, Char, I'm glad I can be your best friend. Char is going to kill Garma.
I looked at the whole situation. And I said, who is he going to blame this set of unfortunate circumstances on the dude's birth? I'm like, who?
But not even that. Like, the twins are like overly top cheesy and the most like, wow, white privilege, huh? It's crazy.
It existed back then.
All right. The thing is, okay, look, there's a little thing when they go into
got Rome. The nerve to be royalty too.
Okay, real quick. There's a little thing when you go into Rome, you see a statue of that wolf and the two children who were feeding from it, right? Okay, that's actually a reference to actually how all of Rome was built. And guess who is feeding off of Rome? Those two, which were supposed to be symbolism, because Ridley Scott thinks my American ass don't have no education, so I didn't know what the fuck that was, nigga. But anyway, like the twins kill me because there's one who's, of course, is the smart one of the bunch of the two. He's the brains of the operation.
I refer to him as the violent one.
He was like this. He's like
Alpha and the Beta. The other one's
the other one is just like, yes, because the throne of Rome is yours, but it also can be mine. And he like stabs like a parrot or some shit. And
it's like
no,
timid
man.
And brave. It's like,
man. He rubbed that little nigga's face. I was like, yeah. So he be the one having a wild gay sex. I mean, they both do. But who be having it the most? It is him.
It was like
so funny. It was so funny because he came to a letter. He said, the disease that my brother has had, like the disease that the disease of my brother's loins has traveled to his brain. And I was like, and I lead the career errors. I'm like, syphilis. Yeah, he's insane. Yes.
Not even that. Like you guys,
and I think I said to you. No, and I think I had said to you. I said, wait, did that exist back then? Was that a thing?
Oh yes, syphilis killed a lot of people
in the time of Rome. in
then
500 AD.
Nah,
A
and then
lot
you
of people
have
say herpes. A lot of people say herpes. Nah, syphilis was the son of a bitch.
then you got like Lucius and fucking General Assayas, who like Pedro Pascal playing the general that's like, this killing is kind of stupid. Why are we here?
Because at that point, Rome was the 7-foot kid on the JV team. Just sucking on everybody.
Because that's another theme of the movie is just some people are just fed up with like, what does Roma become? Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, we're better than this, right?
I like that this is easy for Ridley Scott and probably two of those actors thinking that they deep as shit to go. Yeah, it reminds me of America today.
Look, there was a lot of symbolism to America today.
Let me tell you something. There's so much in this movie and the timing of its release, especially surrounding certain current events, where we were sitting back and applauding Denzel. Like, thank you. This was needed. I heard D several times say, Denzel, I needed this. Thank you.
I'm like, I needed this. My Negro soul needed this.
The sick part is that we were talking about this and I totally forgot. I was like, man, Denzel going to knock out the Oscars. And then Sue was like, you do realize there's more movies, right? And then it reminded me.
A month and a half.
No, but it just reminded me. Coleman Domingo did Sing Sing and like that. Like he was acting his ass off in that movie, and it's like, damn, Denzel might not get this now because Coleman Domingo right there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Coleman Domingo, when you get in an award at a film festival already, it's in the bag, bro. It's in the bag.
We'll see.
Dude already got an award when he was at the Toronto Film Festival for Sing Sing, and I was like, oh yeah, he's getting something. If anything, Coleman is definitely getting more. I'm gonna say he's gonna get more nominations.
Yeah, I mean Denzel, he deserves it in this movie for sure. I think he might get the supporting.
I think Denzel,
two.
I don't think he's
already called
get
it
as high as Oscar though. I really don't feel as that high he's going to get as high as Oscar. I really don't. I just think that people are going to notice something. He might get some type of award for something. You know what I mean? He's going to get something for this.
I already told you 2 nominations.
All right.
So what did y'all think of Maximus Jr.?
He was a person.
He played a stoic stereotype.
Seriously, it was such
plot
a
armor.
stereotype.
Yeah, a lot of plot armor. Come on, dog. Like,
a whole lot of it. Dripping in it, Eris. Dripping in it, sir.
Plot armor. You're coming out the gate with like 10-star stats.
Fucking 95 and 2K.
I mean, from the beginning to the end, like I said, dude, nothing's gonna happen to this guy. Like, and I like the fact that he's cool. He's the main character and like and all, and the movie does kind of set itself up where you can already see it coming, that the big reveal of, oh, he's Maximus's son. I'm like, I was like, go ahead and give me the reveal.
Yeah, just go ahead and do this.
Like, just go ahead and tell me, because once you showed this flashback and then you kept referencing what happened to Maximus and like, oh, his name was erased from the from the history boards, even though they kept his last name.
Yeah,
but
right.
They just they X'd out his first name, and he kept wondering, who is that? I'm like, I know you're related. You're related.
I mean,
so it does have that that level of predictability. Even if you haven't seen the first Godfather. Yeah. Both movies have levels of predictability, so forgive me.
My son.
There you go.
But no, if even if you haven't seen Gladiator in so many years, and years, you could put 2 and 2 together without even watching the first movie.
Yeah, I still recommend you watch the first movie. It's really good.
Yeah, the first movie is definitely something that you need to go back and watch. In fact, do a double feature. Watch this. Watch the first one and Gladiator 2. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now. This movie was definitely a must watch. If you can, if you can see it in IMAX, by all means, go for it.
For a 20-year-old sequel though, like I feel Top Gun was like the apex.
That it was definitely the peak.
It was there. And Gladiator 2 doesn't hit those highs, but I know some people will probably feel it does hit those highs. But for me, it didn't hit those
I don't
highs.
think it didn't hit those highs, and I think a lot of people would feel the same way. I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people was like,
they'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Do not get it
that's
twisted.
what I'm saying. When the swelling comes down from it, it's like it was fun. It was fun. But if you compare it to Top Gun Maverick, no, Maverick was just a better movie. Just a much better movie. So yeah, just fair enough. You know what? After seeing Beetlejuice also.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
That's a 30-year sequel.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to. You did.
I mean, look, I would give Ridley Scott this. He is definitely someone that stays in his ways. And like we could say what we will about his previous two. I think D even said his previous two Alien movies that came out, Covenant and Prometheus and stuff. It's like, really, this was a good return to form, even if it was like by the books return to form. So,
hey, look, man. Hey, look, you're 2 for 2, man. Romulus and now Gladiator 2.
I mean, hey, look,
golf claps to you, sir. Golf clap to you.
I mean, I still think The Martian was like his really good, like
The Martian.
Oh,
yeah, bro. I
love that movie.
That movie, The Martian. That was a good one.
Oh yeah. That movie, I can watch that like all the time because I'm into the science and all that and stuff with it. So it's like I got to fight with that movie and Interstellar. To be honest with you. Yeah, Interstellar is another one, man. That's the crazy part. It's like I like Interstellar.
Man, that movie just celebrated its anniversary this year.
Yeah. But at any rate, that is it for the review. Go watch Gladiator 2, guys. Peace.
That boy is Benny Hanna.